Okay, we are in. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and happy Sunday to you all. Before I get going, if you're wondering why my neck is insanely red, do not worry, I'm not being abused by anybody. I just shaved today, and I was like, damn, let's go and do a YouTube, because I had a great idea, sat down, loaded up the camera, loaded up the podcast, and here we go. So, today, we're going to keep it short and sweet, and we're going to talk about the notion, which is the title, of the Rocky cutscene. Let me explain. So, life is like a movie. Every good action or romance, or pretty much most movies, let's say, will start with the protagonist, the hero, male or female, whoever they may be, and it will show their life. And it might start off good, or it might start off with them in a lot of pain, but the first part of the movie will always kind of give you a little bit of a backstory. It will show you and make you feel the pain of the character of that movie. And then there's a little bit in the movie, which is the Rocky cutscene, where the protagonist has got the motivation and the energy, and they know what they want to accomplish, and they show a 30-second scene, a clip, a highlight reel of them going through the process of the transformation, whether that's a mental or a physical transformation. It shows them doing the thing. And then fast forward 30 seconds later, and they have the thing, and they're in they're at the final boss, right? And then this is kind of like the third act, the final bit of the movie, okay? So most of the time it's first act, introduction, second act, look at all the pain that we're in, Rocky cutscene for 30 seconds, final act, where we're sort of anointing the hero, king or queen, and the movie ends and everybody leaves feeling good, right? Because that is what they want you to feel. They want you to feel good, these films. That's all well and good. However, we come out of these movies and we're motivated. We're like, God, yeah. I know this guy's, we're not idiots. We know these characters are fictional in most cases, but it motivates us. It makes us think, I could do that. I should do that. Why aren't I doing that? And then we go and we do the thing. We do the exact thing that character was doing, particularly if it's like a physical thing. And this is why the Rocky cutscenes are so epic. They're all epic. Like, I think it's Rocky 4, I want to say. I might have butchered that. Where he's in Russia and he's training in the mountains. And I think it's like a 45 second clip, which shows him training like a fucking madman. He's running up mountains, he's lifting logs, he's doing all sorts of crazy shit, and it seems like there's no electricity or warmth or anything, and he's just basically arse naked, and he's absolutely nailing it. And 30 seconds pass, and bang, he's in the ring, facing Ivan Drago, getting his ass kicked at first, but then ultimately coming out victorious. Spoiler alert, hopefully you've seen the movie. It came out like 40 years ago, so hopefully you have. But the Rocky ones are the sort of main ones that we show. And the point of this video, guys, is that Rocky cutscene lasts 30 seconds in the movie. But that's the bit that takes 99% of our time, focus, and energy if we want to achieve the thing. And we're conditioned through media, through movies and through books and whatever it might be, to even documentaries, to only see a fraction of the energy, time, and effort that it took for the protagonist, the hero, to go from 0 to 100. And so we now believe, we're conditioned to believe, that it's only going to take us that amount of time. So that is probably why you're feeling like it's hard to kind of stay the course, as it were. But the fact of the matter is your Rocky cutscene is going to last significantly longer. You also will not have, quite literally, because this is what Rocky has in Rocky 1, thousands of people following you and running after you. No one will care. Or at least no one is going to care as much as you care. And I'm saying this not to put you off. I'm saying this to arm you with this stuff. Or maybe you're in it right now. I'm saying this, if you're in it right now, to help you realize that what you're experiencing is very normal. And in fact, it's probably going well. If you're still with it and you're experiencing this, then all you got to do is keep going. But if you've not done it, but you're thinking about doing it, I'm not saying this to put you off. I'm saying this so that you recognize that when you are in it and you're 2 or 3 weeks deep and there's not a parade of people and no one really cares, and you might be starting to feel or see the difference, but again, no one cares, no one's following you, and all you've got to do at that point is recognize that and keep going, because the real life Rocky cutscene lasts a long time. The other thing to think about this, and I really sit with this, because in myself, I'm deep in this with a lot of things at the moment. This YouTube, by the way, we are on day 20. 1/5 of my target of doing 100 days, right? I'm deep in the trenches right now. I am 1/5 of the way through the Rocky cutscene. But the point is that we are constantly striving to get to the other end. But if you think about hindsight, if you look back on something that was really hard and at the time you really struggled, but you got the thing in the end, right? Whatever the thing is. I guarantee you look back on that time and reflect on it positively. It probably makes you smile. You're proud of what you achieved. Maybe you even miss it a little bit. And that's the point, is that we're trying to get from one side of it to the other, and we're not actually enjoying the process. But the process is 99% of it. So if we're not enjoying the process and we just want the outcome, I don't think the outcome's worth it, because you're just getting that 1% of it. And I guarantee you, it's human nature. As soon as you get that 1%, that outcome, you're just going to want another outcome. And I guess what I'm trying to get at, guys, is learn to love the process, learn to love the pain, learn to love the suffering. You're basically always going to have it in some way, shape or form, because if it wasn't this, it would be something else. It's hardwired into your DNA to progress, to want more. Now, how much energy and where you channel that energy is up to you. And you can change how you channel it, and you can put different amounts of energy into different things. Some people are, trying to do 10 things at once, and this is why they're not very focused, and then they don't tend to get very far. But if you've channeled all your energy into one thing, and it's something positive that if you do it day after day, week after week, month after month, it's going to incrementally make you better, then that Rocky cutscene is not going to last 30 seconds or 45 seconds. It's going to last weeks, months, maybe even years. But that's okay, because actually that is 99% of it. And that's the fun of it. If you've got to learn to love this stuff, you've got to learn to enjoy it, because you're always going to have it. And you look at these kids, and I say kids because they are literally like 16-year-olds. Some of them made millions off of Bitcoin pumps in like 2020 or 2018 or whatever it might be. And fantastic. I'm not resentful or envious of them at all. Like, they made their bag, congratulations to them. But I have to admit, I wouldn't want to be them. And I know that's easy to say, oh yeah, well, no bullshit. I really wouldn't, because they're probably hella confused right now. Like, what do you do with that much money that you've got that quickly? You compare that to even like a professional athlete, right? A professional footballer. A lot of people complain about how much money they earn. Well, yes, they are very young and they earn a lot of money, and it can lead them astray because they earn too much too fast. But there were years, probably at least a decade, where they earned nothing and they had to turn up every single day, by the way, with no guarantee that they were going to get the reward at the end of it. And that's another big important point, is that when you're in this process and no one cares and no one's watching, in the movies, the protagonist, the hero, is going to win. Deep down, when you're watching Rocky get his ass kicked by Ivan Drago, somehow, he's going to turn it on and turn this round. In your life, you're not going to have that level of certainty. The only thing that gives you that level of certainty is by keeping going, by not giving up. Because if you've not given up, you've not failed, right? So you've got these kids who've earned millions overnight, literally overnight. But they'll probably piss it all away because they've never had it before. There's been no struggle. And you have to go through that struggle. The deeper I go into this stuff, the more I believe that some kind of higher power, could be a God, could be the universe, maybe God is the universe, who knows, is giving you what you deserve, basically. Life is just going to give you what you deserve when you deserve it. There's another video I'm going to do about this, about money, actually. I'm not going to talk about it today. But yeah, guys, like, I suppose the point is just, you know, the Rocky cutscene, enjoy it. One last example, actually, I've just thought of it. There's a drug going around, particularly in America at the moment. They reckon that about 2 million Americans are on it now. And it's a weight loss drug. It effectively just kills your appetite. And Americans are losing loads of weight really quickly. But they're not just losing fat, they're losing a lot of muscle. And great, they're losing weight, they're losing fat, okay? That is a good thing. However, it's not teaching them the habits, the discipline, the routine, the benefits of actually looking after yourself. It's just relying on a drug to do it. If that drug was to get taken away tomorrow, they'd probably be in an even worse position because they would go back and then some. So you have to go through the Rocky cutscene. You have to go through it. It's gonna take longer than you think it is. There's no guarantee at the other end. But all you can do is learn to enjoy it and love it as much as possible. Don't give up, keep going. And then that gives you the highest probability of getting to the other side. I will love you and leave you guys. Happy Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow, day 21. Let's go.